हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association. Let's get started with our study of Granth Srimad Bhagavatam in our Bhakti Vaibhava course. Let's begin with the auspicious invocation prayers. Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीराय आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रैः पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामं पार्थास्त्रपूतः पदमापुरस्य. अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघ्रांसयापाय यदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम. अशेषसङ्क्लेशशमं विधत्ते गुणानुवाद श्रवणं मुरारे. किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्धा. सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्यसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य. प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः. त्वं भक्तियोगपरिभावितरित्सरोज आस्ये श्रुते क्षितपथो ननु नाथ पुंसाम्. यद्यद्धियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय. सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं वृजिम्भम्. उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्व्या गिरा पनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः. ससर्जाग्र्यन्धतामिस्रम् अथत्तामिस्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण. We are supposed to start from verse number 30, 30. Yes? No? एक minute. Ajay Bro. Which verse we are supposed to start?
Only 31.
31. Okay. 31. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 7, entitled Further Inquiries by Mahatma Vidur. Text 31. Pashandapatha Vaishamyam Pratiloma Niveshanam Jivasya Gatayo Yascha Yavatir Gunakarmajah. Mahatma Vidur is speaking to Sri Maitreya Muni. Please also describe the imperfections and contradictions of the faithless atheists. Pashandapatha, the path of the Pashandis, faithless atheists. The situation of crossbreeding, pratilom. There is anulom and there is pratilom. Marriage that is proper based on varnashram and marriage that is improper based on varnashram. For example, a lady who gets married should always get a upgrade. A lady who gets married should always get a upgrade. So a Kshatriyani can marry a Brahman. The daughter of Swayambhuva Manu, Devahuti, was able to marry Kardam Muni. Hmm? But a Brahmani cannot marry a Kshatriyani, cannot marry a Kshatriya because it will be a downgrade. So the Vedic system was so arranged that a woman will always be upgraded, which is very good for the woman. Woman is never downgraded. So like that. Hmm. And a Brahman can marry a woman from any class. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, because she is getting uplifted. Similarly, a Kshatriya can marry a Vaishya woman because for the Vaishya lady, it will be upgrade to be a Kshatriya. But anything that breaks these rules is called Pratilom. Anulom is according to the Vedic recommendation, and against the Vedic recommendation is called Pratilom. So Pratilom is crossbreeding. What is the situation of crossbreeding and the movements of the living entities in various species of life according to their particular modes of nature and work. Guna karmaja, jivasya gatayo. How the living entities are going here and there in this 8.4 million species based on their guna and karma. I want to understand all that. Vidur is asking Maitreya Muni. Purport by our beloved founder Acharya, Nityalila Pravishtha, Om Vishnupad, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Purport to verse number 31. The combination of living entities in different modes of material nature is called crossbreedings. Crossbreeding, pratilom. The faithless atheists do not believe in the existence of God, and thus their paths of philosophy are contradictory. So the atheists, they have created different paths. There is communism, there is democracy, there is capitalism. All of them are based on atheism. Correct? In democracy, there is no theism. They neither support nor oppose God. Communism is outright atheistic philosophy. Hmm. Capitalism is outright materialistic. So all these isms, democracy, capitalism, communism, socialism, these are all based on atheism. The foundation is atheism. We don't want God. Now, how can we live happily in this world? Will communism work? Will socialism work? Will capitalism work? So they're trying out all those things. But they are all in the category of atheists. And therefore, all their philosophies and all their paths, whether it is capitalism, socialism, communism, democracy, they're all contradictory. Atheistic philosophies never agree with one another. Some of the greatest wars in the history have been fought based on these contradictory atheistic philosophy. Democracy versus communism. Correct? The NATO nations, the US and other countries versus China, Russia, Cuba, all these. Different species of life are evidence of varieties of mixtures of the modes of material nature. Prabhupada is giving just facts that the different species of life, dog, cat, human, cow, different species of life are evidence of varieties of mixtures of the modes of material nature. Hmm? So bear, just hibernating for 6 months, 7 months, that's mode of ignorance. A cow giving milk for others, where nice paneer, sandesh can be made and offered to Krishna. So cow is in the mode of goodness. Hmm? Then there are animals like tigers and leopards, mode of passion. They want to kill, attack. So in this way, different species of life are in different modes of material nature. Text 32. Dharmartha kama mokshanam nimittan avirodhatah वार्ताया दंडनितेश्च श्रुतस्य च विधिं पृथक्. Vidur further tells Maitreya Muni, you may also describe the non-contradictory causes of religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and salvation, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and also the different means of livelihood and different processes of law and order, vidhi, as mentioned in the revealed scriptures. Shrutasya. Shrutasya means the scriptures. And this is avirodhata. Atheistic ideas are virodhata. They are contradictory. They will contradict each other. Communism and democracy cannot gel together. But Shrutasya, if we follow the directions of the Shastra, then we see that there is a lot of harmony. If God is in the center, if the Vedic principles are in the center, then everything can be harmonized. For example, there is democracy, communism, socialism, and we have seen clearly it doesn't work. North Korea, communistic. South Korea is democratic. They're at war. We see it everywhere. It doesn't work. China, India at war because of these ideological differences. But when God is in the center, or there can be a certain misunderstanding of religion, and there can be differences and fighting based on religion. India, Pakistan, Palestine, and Israel. And so many, the Christian nations fought the Crusades over the ages. So they are all based on religion. But actually, it is based on misunderstanding of religion. Where there is true religion, we appreciate the good in others. And we are tolerant, we live in harmony. In the Vedic lifestyle, there is difference. There is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, but they are living harmoniously. Shudras are less intelligent, so they serve. Vaishyas are money minded, they are good with money, they are businessmen, merchants, agriculturists. They protect cows because cows can generate a lot of wealth. They do like that. They create economic development. But society also needs protection from invaders. Kshatriyas do that. They maintain law and order, internal law and order, and they protect from external miscreants. So the country is protected. But the Kshatriyas' power corrupts. They have power, military power, administrative power, and we know power corrupts. So they need somebody to guide them, and that is the Brahmanas. So Brahmanas are the brain that tell the hands, now punch here, now defend, now attack, now give this, whatever. It is telling the hands, the brain is telling. A brainless person cannot fight effectively. You need the brain. And brain tells the legs what to do. The brain tells the stomach how much to eat, what to eat. Hai na? The mind says, today I want to eat pizza. Today I want to eat pasta. Today I want to eat roti sabji. So the mind controls the rest of the body. So mind is the Brahmana. What the Brahman says, everybody has to follow. But who is Brahman? Brahman is one who knows Brahman, Shabda Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahman. So Brahman is also under the Vedas, the Vedic literature, Shrutasya, in this verse 32. So Brahman follows the Shastra. Shastra is given by Krishna, Vedanta Krit, Veda Videva Chaham. So Brahmanas follow the Shastra. Shastra is given by Krishna. The Kshatriyas, Vaishyas follow the Brahmanas, and Shudras serve them. So everybody is on the proper track. Everybody is taken care of. Shudras on their own cannot do economic development, but by serving a Vaishya, they will get economic development. So like that. So Vedic culture, there is unity in diversity. Everybody is understanding how there is harmony, but there cannot be harmony in an atheistic civilization. Everyone has their own ideas. They will never be happy. Look at our democratic society. Is the LGBTQ community happy? No. They are fighting for their rights. Are the feminists happy? No. They feel that over centuries the women have been exploited. There can never be happy. Are the blacks happy? No. Are the whites happy? No. Are the Republicans happy? Absolutely not. Are the Democrats happy? No. They hate each other. And this will always be there. As long as we don't have a proper understanding of God, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in Jaiva Dharma, how Christians, Muslims, Hindus, they can all unite with a proper understanding of who is God, who is Jesus Christ, who is Allah, who is Krishna. Then they can follow their own religions, understanding the commonality, the essence. But if we don't have that mature understanding of Dharma, then we focus on the differences. Are you understanding? There was a religious debate between a Christian, a Muslim, and ISKCON. It's on YouTube. His Holiness Hridayananda Maharaj was representing ISKCON. So the other religious people, they say, so okay, so what is the difference between you Krishna conscious people who follow Krishna consciousness and us? What have you come to give? What is the differences between? So His Holiness Hridayananda Maharaj starts the debate by saying, wait, your question is fundamentally wrong. You're asking, so what is the difference between Christianity and Krishna consciousness? No, that's a very bad question. The question should be, what is the common thing? What are the common things between Christianity and Krishna consciousness? Then we can talk when we have common things. But in the beginning only you're saying, what are the differences? When Gaurang Prabhu came to Atlanta, we went for a meeting of different groups. There were the Arya Samajis, there were demigod worshippers, there were followers of Shripad Madhvacharya, worshippers of Udupi Krishna. There were some Shri Vaishnavas who worship Lord Ranganath Swami. There were some Mayavadis. There were some followers of Shankaracharya, impersonalists. And in Atlanta, there was this meeting of different groups. They wanted to know about GEV, how they are doing eco-friendly, simple living, high thinking, and getting so many awards. And they wanted to know. So Gaurang Prabhu came to make a presentation. Now, these are all Hindus, but they have very different ideology. Somebody is a disciple of Shankaracharya, somebody is a Arya Samaji, somebody is a Gujju who is in the Pushti Marg, somebody is South Indian, different Hindus of different, and they all said that Gaurang Prabhu, you are our guru. We all accept you, your authority. So please tell us something. So Gaurang Prabhu said, the common thing with all of us is Bhagavad Gita. There are 5 topics in Bhagavad Gita. Ishwar, Prakriti, Jeev, Kal, Karma. You all agree? Yes, we agree. Gaurang Prabhu said, we all agree about Kal. Yes. We all agree about Prakriti. No matter whether you are a Arya Samaji or a Krishna conscious or a Shankaracharya follower, we all agree about Prakriti. We all agree about Kal. Do you all agree about Jeev? Yes. Do you all agree about Karma? Yes. We all agree about Karma. So Gaurang Prabhu said in Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 topics. 4 topics we all completely agree. There is no debate. We all completely agree about Karma, about Kal, about Prakriti, about Jeev. We are spirit souls, everybody agrees. There is this Prakriti made of 3 modes of mind, everybody agrees. Karma, as you do karma, you will get reward. So everybody understands that Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvastha, Madhya Tishtanti Rajasa, Adho Gachanti Tamasa. We know that based on our modes of material nature, we will, based on our karma, we will get results. We go up, we stay here, we go down. Everybody agrees. Okay. We all agree about Jeev. And we all agree that there is, so there is Prakriti, there is Kal, there is Jeev, and there is Karma. These 4 things we all agree. There is no, yes, Gauram, we agree. Now, we have different opinions about the 5th topic, Ishwar. Something Ishwar is impersonal, something that Ishwar is Ram, some say Ishwar is Krishna, some say Ishwar is Vishnu, some say Ishwar is Shiva. There are some Shaivites also. So he said, the fifth topic, we have different ideas. But we all agree that there is Ishwar, whether it is Lord Shiva, whether it is Lord Krishna, whether it is Brahman. We all agree that there is Ishwar. Yes, we all agree. So Gaurang Prabhu said, out of 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita, 4.5 topics we agree. We all agree there is Ishwar. Now, who that Ishwar is and how to worship that Ishwar, we have difference of opinion. But let's come together on this 4.5 topics that we all agree completely without any difference of opinion. So this is a mature understanding. This is a spiritualist who has actually digested what Prabhupada has come to give. It is based on such mature understanding that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, a time will come when all the major world religions will be under the umbrella of Krishna consciousness. Think about it. Is there any religious process in this world that can harmonize with all other religions? No. Rishi Prabhu, you change your name to Radha Gopinath Das. Let us offer our best wishes to our dear Rishi Prabhu. He recently received the mercy of His Holiness Param Pujya Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj, and Rishi Prabhu is now Radha Gopinath Das. Hari Bol. Radha Gopinath Prabhu ki jai. So there is no other process that can reconcile and harmonize all Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism. Will a Muslim ever agree that Buddha is Krishna, incarnation of Krishna? Will a Jain ever agree? Will a Christian Jew ever? But a Hare Krishna will understand because we have read it in Srimad Bhagavatam. You see? So Jain, when we see a Jain, we think of Maharaj Rishabdev, 5th canto. We see a Buddhist, we think of Lord Buddha, who is an avatar of Krishna. We see a Christian, we think of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, Jesus Christ is our spiritual master. He's the Son of God. With full respect. Prophet Muhammad, he's a prophet or he's a messenger of God Almighty. Full respect. So only a Krishna conscious devotee has respect, appreciation for Muslims, Christians, Jews, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, everyone. But we have to have this mature understanding like Gaurang Prabhu. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says all the major world religions will come under the umbrella of Krishna consciousness, where we can all harmoniously live. That's what Prabhupada is saying here, that if we don't have Krishna in the center, everything, all the paths of philosophy are contradictory. So, and when we follow the revealed scriptures properly, Shrutasya cha vidhim prithak, then there will be unity in diversity. It's not that everybody is going to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No. Some will chant Shri Krishna Sharanam Mamam. Some will chant Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Some will chant Om Namo Narayana. Some will chant, what is that? The impersonalist, Tattvamasi, or whatever. They will chant their own thing. But there will be unity in that diversity because we focus on 4.5 topics instead of focusing on the half topic where there is difference. We see the broad. We agree on so many things. Focus on that. Text 33. Shraddhasya cha vidhim brahman pitrinam sargameva cha graha nakshatra taranam kalavayava samsthitim. Vidur further says to Brahman, O Brahman, Maitreya Muni, please also explain the regulations for offering respects to the forefathers. How to perform Shraddha ceremony. Shraddhasya cha vidhim. What is the vidhi of performing Shraddha? Pitrinam, to the forefathers. Tell me about the creation of the Pitrilok, the time schedule in the planets, stars and luminaries, and their respective situations. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains. The time durations of day and night, as well as months and years, are different in the different planets, stars and luminaries. The higher planets, like the moon and Venus, have time measurements different from those of the earth. Now listen carefully. Srila Prabhupada writes, it is said that 6 months of the earth planet equals 1 day of the higher planet. So in Swargalok, higher planets, their 1 day is equal to our 6 months. It is said that 6 months on earth is equal to 1 day in the higher planets. In Bhagavad Gita, the duration of 1 day in Brahmalok, and then if you go to Brahmalok, it's even longer. Because Brahmalok is higher than Swargalok. In Brahmalok, 1 day is 1000 times the 4 yugas. Divya Yug is one cycle of Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. So 1000 cycles of Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali is 1 day of Brahma. And then the night is also same. So Brahmaji has a very, very long life. So time is relative. 1 day of Brahma is a huge time for us, like that. 1 day of for us is not so big. Just now we finished 1 day, no big deal. But for a butterfly, 1 day is a lot. There are certain species of butterflies that live only 4 days. So our 1 day is 25 years for them. See how time is relative, even on this planet. There is one tree, the oldest tree in the world. It is 6,000 years old. Shamchandra Prabhu, how many generations of your family have passed in that one tree? It's still there. Even that tree was there when Lord Krishna was performing pastimes. Can you imagine? So beautiful. So, even on this planet, time is relative. One life duration for a tree like that is so much more compared to us. One lifetime for a human being, which is 70, 80 years, is so much big for that butterfly. Almost like demigod and us, right? 4 days is the lifetime of that butterfly. 4 days. So can you imagine? Today only I was reading these facts. I had taken Maithili to the dentist, and there was a National Geographic book. So I was flipping through it. So that's why all this is coming out. Certain butterflies only 4 days. So for the butterfly, if you compare the butterfly life to us, it is like comparing us to the Devatas. And Devatas, like Brahma, they compare to Brahmaji, they will think Brahmaji is so great. In 1 day of Brahma, 14 Manus take birth, live and die. Can you imagine? 1 day of Brahma, 14 Manus, Swayambhuva Manu, Vaivasvat Manu, they take birth, they live, they do, and they die. 14 Manus in 1 day of Brahma. So time is so relative in this world. Text 34. Danasya tapaso vapi yacheshta putrayo phalam pravasa sthasya yo dharmo yascha pumsa utapadi. Please also describe, Vidur is asking Maitreya, please also describe the fruitive results of charity. Danasya tapaso vapi. The result of charity, penance, and vapi, digging reservoirs of water like lakes, creating lakes, water, wells for charity. Please describe the situation of persons who are away from home and also the duty of a man in an awkward position. He wants to know all these different situations that we go through in this world. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says, the digging of reservoirs of water for public use is a great work of charity. And retiring from family life, those who are away from home, retirement from family life after the age of 50 years is a great act of penance performed by the sober human being. So renunciation for Krishna consciousness is great. 35, text 35. Yena va bhagavam stushye dharmayonir janardana samprasidati va yesham etad akhyahi me nagha. O anagha, O sinless one, because the personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, the controller of all living entities, Janardhan, is the father of all religion, Dharma Yonir. He is the father of all religion. Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Aham Bija Pradapita. Krishna says, I am the father of all species. Krishna is the father of Dharma also. The father of all religion and all those who are candidates for religious activities. Kindly describe how Bhagwan, he, Supreme Lord, can be completely satisfied. I want to know how Krishna can be satisfied. Yena va bhagavams tushed. Tushed means to satisfy. How can I satisfy Krishna? It's a beautiful question to ask a guru. How can I please Krishna? Krishna, who is the father of all the species. Krishna, who is the father of religion. I will be ecstatic if one of you can tell me a verse where the Supreme Lord is called the father of the dharma for this age of Kali. The Supreme Lord is called the father of the dharma for the age of Kali. Hare Krishna. Yes, Divya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I don't remember the Sanskrit verse exactly, but Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse that Krishna says that I'm the father, the grandfather of the
पिताहम अस्य जगता
ancient.
माता धाता पितामह वेद्यम पवित्रम ओमकार हरिक साम यजुरेवच. No, not this one. See a question. Listen to the question carefully. A verse that tells us that the Supreme Lord is the father of the dharma for the age of Kali. Hmm. What is the dharma for Kali? Yuga dharma. Harinam Sankirtan. We have chanted this verse so many times. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has written this verse in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Anybody knows? आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावधातौ संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वंभरौ युग विश्वंभरौ युगवरौ. Once again. आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावधातौ संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वंभरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्म पालो वंदे जगत प्रिय करो करुणावतारो. This is the invocation verse in the beginning of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Sankirtanaika Pitaro. They are the fathers of the Sankirtan movement, which is Kalikale Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Taro Pravartan. So Kalikale Yuga Dharma Nam Sankirtan. The Yuga Dharma is Sankirtan and Sankirtanaika Pitaro. The father of our Yuga Dharma Sankirtan is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose limbs are long, extended to his knees. He has lotus eyes, Kamalayatakshav. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadhatau, golden complexion, Sankirtanaika Pitaro, Kamalayatakshav, Vishwambharau Yugavarau. विश्वंभरो द्विजवरो युगधर्म पालो वंदे जगत प्रिय करो करुणावतारो. So here it is said that father of religion, Dharma Yonir, father of religion, kindly describe to me how Samprasidati, how this Supreme Lord, who is the father of all living entities, who is the father of even religion, can be completely satisfied. Samprasidati. Akhya, please describe to me. Oh Anaga, oh sinless. You can describe because you are sinless person. My Tirumali, please tell me. Purport. All religious activities are meant ultimately to satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bolo, what verse is this? Yes, Ajay Govind Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I like remember the last line. Some siddhi hari. Don't remember the complete verse.
Pumbirdi Shrestha Varnashrama Vibhagasha Swanushtitasya Dharmasya. Bolo.
Some siddhi hari toshanam.
Yes, correct. All religious activities, Dharmasya Samsiddhi, the perfection of all dharma is Haritoshanam. The Lord is the father of all religious principles. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranite. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.16, four kinds of pious men: the needy, arthi, the distressed. The arthi is the distressed, artharthi is the needy, the enlightened, jnani, and the inquisitive, jigyasu. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Four types of people, sukrit, pious people surrender to me. Arti, arthati, jigyasu, jnani cha bharatarshava. Approach the Lord in devotional service. Bharate mam. And their devotion is mixed with material affection. But above these four types of people, Arti, Artharthi, Jnani, and Jigyasu, above these four types of, they are Sukrit, they are good. But above them is the pure devotee. What is the definition of pure devotee? Pure devotion? Raise your hand. Definition of pure devotion? Ajay Govind Prabhu, you want to say? Your hand.
अन्य अभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम अनुकूलेन भक्ति कृष्ण भक्तिरुत्तमम.
Uttama. Very good. This is the definition of pure devotional service by Srila Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Any other definition of pure bhakti? Sarojanandini Mataji? Savai Pumsa.
Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktiradokshje Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasiditi.
Yes, very good. Shama Vallavi Mataji, one more verse. Pure devotional service definition. Three verses our Gaudiya Siddhanta very much appreciates. Yes, Shama Vallavi Mataji.
सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तां तत्परत्वेन सेवनं कृषिकेन
Nirmalam.
कृषिकेति.
Tatparatvena Nirmalam.
Yes, निर्मलं कृषिकेन कृषिकेश सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते.
Very good. Who wrote this verse and which Shastra it is from?
Narada Pancharatra comes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
A plus grade for you. Very nice.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Okay. So above all these is the pure devotee. Text 36. Anuvratanam shishyanam putranam cha dvijottama anaprishtam api bhruyur guravo dinavatsalah. Mahatma Vidur is saying to Maitreya Muni, O best among the Brahmanas, Dvijottama, those who are spiritual masters, Guravo, those who are spiritual masters are very kind to the needy. Dina Vatsala. They are Dina Bandhu. They are very Patita Pavan. They are very, very merciful to the needy. Dina Vatsala. Vatsala means they are very merciful, very kind. To the Deen. Dina Hina Yatachilo, Hariname Uddharilo, Tara Sakshi Jagai Madai. Those who are spiritual masters, the Guru, are very, very kind to the Lagu, small people, fallen people. Deen, Vatsala. They are always kind to their followers. Anuvratanam. Anuvratanam. Those who are their followers, they are very kind. They are very merciful to the Shishyanam. Very merciful to the disciples. And Putranam, to their sons. And without being asked by them, the spiritual master describes all that is knowledge. All that is worth knowing, that is revealed by the merciful Guru to those who are fallen, those who are the sons, those who are the disciples, and those who are Anuvratana, those who are following behind faithfully. They will get Daya Bhag. Very beautiful verse, no? If we just follow our Guru, if we remain Sat Shishya, we remain like children of our Guru, then Anaprishtham, even though we have not asked, Guru will tell what needs to be. For example, a father, if a child is playing on the road where there is traffic, the father will say, hey child, don't play on the road, come on the sidewalk. It is safer over here. The child will not say, Maine pucha kya? Child will not say, did I ask you, father? Why are you telling me? No, child is grateful that even if I didn't ask, out of concern and care, my father told me that I should play on the sidewalk, not on the road where there is traffic. So, anaprishtham. Prishtham means to ask question. Prashna. Anaprishtham means even if not asked, still the Guru will tell. All that is knowledge. If there is some knowledge that we need, Divya Jnana Hridaya Prakashito, the Guru will give us that knowledge. Because Guru is Dina Vatsala. But we should feel that I am Dina, I need the Guru. I need my Guru. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes, there are many subjects to be known from the bona fide spiritual master. The followers, Anuvratanam, the disciples, Shishyanam, and sons, Putranam, are all on one level as far as the bona fide spiritual master is concerned. He sees them equally. And he's always kind to them and always speaks to them on transcendental subjects. The Guru will speak on transcendental subjects. What is Nyan? What is real knowledge? Guru will not give some Prakrit knowledge. He will give Divya Jnana, what is really required for Shreya. Vidya Vadhu. Vidya is the Vadhu of Krishna, who has appeared as Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Therefore, Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. The life and soul of this Vadhu, this bride called Vidya, Vidya's husband, her life and soul, Vidya Vadhu Jivanam, is Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Haribol. Means the life and soul of all knowledge is Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvan Nama Nami. That is the nature of the bona fide spiritual master, Dina Vatsala. Vidur appealed to Maitreya Muni to speak on subjects about which he might not have asked. Haribol. So Vidur asked so many questions. Tell me about this, tell me about that, tell me how to satisfy the Supreme Lord, tell me everything. And then he says, and there are questions that I may not have asked. There are subjects I might not have inquired about, but you being Dina Vatsala, understanding me to be Dinahin, you tell me whatever I need to know. So beautiful. You tell me what I need to know. Because I don't even know what to ask for, what questions to ask. 37. Tattvanam bhagavan stesham katidha pratisankramaha tatremam ka upasiran kausved anushrerate. Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature, and who survives after the dissolutions to serve the Lord while he is asleep. Anu Sherate. When the Lord sleeps, who is there to serve him? Who is there who survives? I want to know about the destruction of the material. How earth gets destroyed, how water gets destroyed. I want to know how wind gets destroyed. All these questions. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says in the Brahma Samhita 5.47 and 48, it is said that all the material manifestations with innumerable universes appear and disappear with the breathing of Lord Mahavishnu, who is lying in Yoga Nidra or mystic sleep. Yaha karanarnava jale bhajati sma yoga nidramananta jagadanda saroma kupa Ādhāra shaktim avalambya param swamurtim govindam ādi purusham tamaham bhajami yasyaika nishvasita kalam athavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanaatha Vishnur mahan sa iha yasya kala vishesho govindam ādi purusham tamaham bhajami. Listen to this beautiful Siddhanta. Govinda, the ultimate and supreme personality of Godhead, is Lord Krishna, lies sleeping. Yoga Nidram. Yaha Karanarnava. On Karana Arnava. Arnava means the ocean. On the Karana Sagar, Karanarnava Jale, in the waters of the Karana Sagar, Bhajatisma Yoga Nidram. He lies down in Yoga Nidra. And when we sleep, we only snore. But when the Lord Vishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, when he lays down, Ananta Jagadanda Saroma Kupa, from his bodily pores, innumerable universes are manifesting. With Kashmir, where a poet, mundane poet says, Yadi क्या स्वर्ग है तो यही जन्नत है तो यही है यही है यही है ऐसे कश्मीर इज जस्ट वन अर्थ प्लैनेट है ब्रह्मलोक इंद्रलोक Everything. This is just one universe, and innumerable such universes are coming out of our Lord Mahavishnu's bodily pores when he's sleeping. So great. Krishna is so great. He lies on the water by his own internal potency. Own internal potency. He's not forced on anything. It's his Leela. He lies on internal potency, and I worship Lord Govinda. Then, due to his breathing, Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadanda Natha, Vishnur Mahan. Due to Mahavishnu's breathing, innumerable universes come into existence, and when he withdraws his breath, there occurs the dissolution. There is complete destruction when he breathes in. All the universes that were created are destroyed, and he's completely unattached. Our one house breaks down in an earthquake, we will be crying. Lord Vishnu creates universes, takes them in, destroys all of them, and he's not affected. There is no Shok Sabha. His Ananda Vigraha, Satchid Ananda Vigraha. And renunciation is one of his opulences. The plenary portion of the Supreme Lord is called Mahavishnu, and he's part and parcel, part of the part of Lord Krishna. I worship Govinda, the original person. And this Mahavishnu, Vishnur Mahansa Iha Yasya Kala Vishesho. It's not that Lord Mahavishnu is the original. No. Vishnur Mahan means Mahavishnu. Vishnur Mahansa Iha Yasya Kala Vishesh. He's a Kala. He's a plenary part of Krishna. Govinda Adi Purusham Bhajami. So beautiful. Can you imagine the bliss that the devotees must be experiencing when Mahaprabhu got from Adi Keshav temple Brahma Samhita and he gave it to Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami. When they must be reading Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Can you imagine when they're reading all this? This is all Krishna Guna. This is Krishna Guna Kirtan. How much bliss they must be experiencing. Very beautiful. There's a verse quoted. Let's read the purport. It's very beautiful. After the dissolution of the material manifestations, Lord Vishnu and his kingdom beyond the causal ocean do not disappear. And not beyond the causal ocean, they don't disappear. Nor do inhabitants who are the Lord's associates. So the Paravyoma doesn't get affected by this dissolution. Only up to the causal ocean. Things are unmanifested when Lord Mahavishnu goes to sleep. But beyond the kingdom of the causal ocean, in the Lord's kingdom, in Vaikuntha, these things don't happen. The associates of Lord are far more numerous than the living entities who have forgotten the Lord due to material association. Due to material association, we small sparks, we have forgotten Krishna. Krishna bhulya sejiya anadi bahirmukh. Ataiva mayatare deha samsar dukh. But we are a minority. Majority of the jivas are nitya siddhas. They are never forgetful of Krishna. Prabhupada is saying here. The associates of the Lord, the nitya siddha, the Hari Parshads, are more numerous. The impersonalist's explanation of the word aham eva samevagre. The impersonalists, they misinterpret this first verse of the Chatushloki. The impersonalist's explanation of the word aham in the 4 verses of the original Bhagavatam, aham eva samevagre, etc., is refuted here. The Lord and his eternal associates remain after the dissolution. Shri Vidur's inquiry about such persons is a clear indication that the existence of all the paraphernalia of the Lord, it exists in the spiritual world. This is also confirmed in the Kashi Khanda, as quoted by both Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who follow in the footsteps of Srila Sridhar Swami. Nachavante hi yad bhakta mahatyam pralayapadi atochuto khile loke sa eka sarvago vyaya. The devotees of the Lord, yad bhakta, never annihilate their individual existences. Na Chavante. Even after the dissolution of the entire cosmic manifestation. Mahatyam, the Mahapralaya, Pralayadapi. Even when the Pralayapadi, even when the Pralaya happens, the devotees don't lose their individual existences. The Lord and the devotee who associates with him are always eternal, avyaya, in both the material and the spiritual world. Very beautiful verse. Text 38. Purushasya cha samsthanam swarupam va parasya cha jnanam cha naigamam yat tad guru shishya prayojanam. Vidur is asking Maitreya Muni, what are the truths regarding the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What are their identities? What are the specific values in the knowledge in the Vedas? And what are the necessities for the spiritual master and his disciples? Guru Shishya Prayojanam. He's asking about the Guru, asking about the Shishya. He's asking about the Jiva, asking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So many questions. Jnanam cha naigamam, the nigamam, the Upanishads, Vedas is asking about the knowledge in this scripture. So many questions Vidur is asking. Purport. Further down, the bona fide spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada writes, desires that his disciples know the process of rendering transcendental service to the Lord. Tatradi dakshat ativallavasya. The Guru is expert and wants us also to be expert in Nikunjayonu Ratikeli Siddhi. Rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. And the disciples also know that they have to learn about the eternal relationship between God and the living entity from a self-realized soul. Tattvadarshi Guru. To disseminate transcendental knowledge, one must retire from mundane activities on the strength of enlightenment in knowledge. Param drishtva nivartate. To become a guru, one must give up nefarious activities. One must give up materialistic activities. Okay, so it's time. We will pause here, and Krishna willing, we will complete this chapter for sure. Yeah, only 39. Yeah, only few verses are left. Only 4 verses are left. So we'll complete this chapter and go on to the next chapter, chapter 8, next week. But now we'll pause. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shyam Chandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for your class. Very nice class. So you have time, Prabhu, for a question, or we can take it later.
No, we can take. Prabhuji, also the question that you sent me, you heard it in a Bhakti Vaibhava class?
Yes, Prabhu, from you only about, I think 3 or 4 sessions back, you mentioned that 2 category of people were actually unaffected. The one who's enlightened and the one who's ignorant. But the
Ignorant, yes.
people who are in between, they are always...
You could not find that verse in this chapter?
No, it's not a verse from the chapter, I think. It's you explain that in relation to some other verse, but I think there is a verse that explains that also. So I wanted that root verse for that, if possible. Otherwise, we can take it later, no problem.
Okay, I'll have to see. I remember that discussion that either a foolish materialist is very ignorantly happy, blissfully happy in ignorance, and then the devotees who are self-realized, they are blissful because they are experiencing Krishna. But us who are arti, artharti, we are suffering in this world. I remember that discussion, but I thought it was anyway. I'll look into it. But
So the question, Prabhu, that now for this is the previous verse that we spoke. This verse number 37, I think, where in the purport, the last line, it is mentioned that the devotees of the Lord never annihilate their individual existences, not even after dissolution of the entire cosmic manifestation.
Hmm.
The Lord and the devotees who associate with him are always eternal in both material and spiritual worlds.
अतो अच्युते अखिले लोके स
Hmm.
एकः सर्वगो अव्यय. Yes.
So even the non-devotees, for that matter of fact, every living species is, even after the annihilation is over, in the eternal form, they are always existing, no?
Yes.
So I was wondering why specifically it is mentioned that the devotees of the Lord only. See, it applies to everyone,
It
devotees and
applies to everyone.
non-devotees.
So the devotees of the Lord never annihilate their individual existences. So think of someone who wants Sayujya Mukti. In Sayujya Mukti, there is spiritual, in one sense, annihilation of the individual identity. A devotee does not give up the individual identity because, as we read in Jaiva Dharma, for a rasa to be experienced, two people are required. For a relationship, two people are required. So therefore, to maintain that relationship of bhakta, a devotee will never give up, never commit spiritual suicide by merging into Krishna. So therefore, that is the difference between impersonalist who wants to give up his individual identity and a devotee is mentioned, Yad Bhakta. They want to maintain their identity. And as far as others are concerned, they don't know their identity. They think they are the body. So that is the Shunyavat philosophy. But I am this body. When I die, I die. It's finished. So they also don't have knowledge of about their identity. So we cannot say that even though the soul is never destroyed, but they don't know that.
Okay.
So in that sense, it is said that the devotee never gives up the individual existence. Others don't know who they are. So it cannot apply to them. Even though the soul itself is never to be destroyed, the Lord and the devotees who associate with him, means the Nitya Siddhas, are always eternal. Yes. In both the material and spiritual world. Means Prabhupada comes to the material world, Chakravarti Pad comes to the material world, Rup Goswami comes in the material world. But they are always situated in their relationship. They're never forgetful. So the second line refers to the Nitya Siddha and Krishna, both in the Prakat Lila and in the Aprakat Lila of the spiritual world. And the first line you can understand in relationship to the impersonalist who want to commit spiritual suicide. A devotee is not like them, that they want to give up their individual. Is that okay?
Yeah. Clear, bro. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that I'll have to see, Prabhuji. We have Rath Yatra now. I remember,
Okay.
anybody remembers that discussion where we discussed there are two people happy. The materialists who are in gross ignorance, they are happy in their own world of sense gratification. The pure devotee who experiences Krishna is blissful, and we are in between. And we inquire about transcendence. Who remembers? Was it in, I don't know where it was, which the verse it was, but I was reading from the purport only. I remember, but little confused right now because we read in the morning also. So I don't know if it was something we read in the morning, but you're sure it was a Bhakti Vaibhava class?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So somebody remembers. Ananga Sundari Mataji. She remembers.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, 3717.
3717. 3717 Prabhuji. Yascha mudha tamo loke yascha buddhe param gatah tav ubhao sukham edhete. These two are happy. Klishyat antarito jana. And in between, antarito, dono ke beech mein we are suffering. We are the people who are suffering. So it is, as Mataji said, Ananga Sundari Mataji, 3.7.17 Prabhuji. That is the original verse. Is that okay, Prabhuji? Shamchandra Prabhu?
Yeah.
17.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.